Whether you are brand new or you're already certified, you've probably seen the fear mongering. AI is coming and taking all of our jobs, or you have to learn NLP or you're going to be obsolete. But let's set the record straight about what is actually happening and what that does mean for medical coding careers. If you're new here, hey, I'm Victoria. I'm a medical coder, auditor, educator, and content creator. And on my channel, I provide tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you be successful in a medical coding career. If you haven't already, highly encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts when I post new episodes. So let's start with, do coders need to learn AI? And first off, not really. You don't really need to know the difference between NLP, machine learning, neural networks, all the other tech jargon. You're not going to be coding algorithms. You're not going to need to be a data scientist. Your job as a coder is to go through the documentation, apply the guidelines, and ensure that it is accurate and ethical coding. It's not to really build AI tools. But I guess if you decide you want to go in that way, there will be opportunities to specialize, just like we have with Epic EMR, the electronic medical record. A majority of coders, they just need to know how to navigate the EMR for their coding functions, but there are higher level roles that do involve programming that system and setting edits and templates and all of that. But a basic coder doesn't need to be an Epic super user. Coders, in the same fashion, don't need to be masters of AI. They just need to know how to navigate whatever tools there are. Now, there are courses out there like AAPC's AI and medical coding course, but honestly, a lot of it is fluff. It's general information that you can find in a quick Google search, or even say, hey, ChatGPT, tell me what I need to know as a medical coder, about AI. And the course itself honestly looks like it was AI generated. And really, you can't take a class that will teach you how your future employer's AI tools are going to work, because you don't know what tool they're going to use or if they even have one. Healthcare is notoriously slow in implementing new tools and implementing new technology, especially when it comes to back-end processes, which is why we are still sending records out on fax machines. So the AI tools that a company might be using are often company specific or proprietary, and you can only access them on the job. So there's no real way that you can get ahead of them if you're just starting out. You can't just go, oh, well, I'll pay for a monthly subscription to this program. Your best bet is really to just generally be very computer literate. So where are we kind of right now with AI? AI can help speed up a lot of the routine tasks, like suggesting codes based off of different keywords in the documentation, flagging documentation that might be incomplete, or automating things like charge entry. But AI still makes mistakes. It can't understand some of the nuance or the context or clinical judgment in the same fashion that a human can. Just like the IRS has auditors to double check returns, even if those returns are done by software like QuickBooks, healthcare needs to have coders and auditors to authenticate, to validate that AI generated work, because every single code affects reimbursement, patient care, compliance, and potential audits. And you can't defend an audit if you're looking at a huge penalty by going, well, the AI got that wrong, and it shouldn't be my fault. It is still your fault. Case in point, I recently took a coding assessment from a company, and it was for a contract job, and I could tell that the notes that they gave me to code were made with ChatGPT, to the point that I made lots of comments in the assessment telling them, like, I know this looks like it was made with ChatGPT. I could practically tell what prompt was used to generate the note. And some of them that I could see, someone told ChatGPT, like, hey, generate me a note for this code. But because it didn't understand the nuance of what needs to be documented, it didn't really make a clear enough note that was sufficient to support that code. It was for like a debridement, and I could tell that it thought that it gave a note for a subcutaneous debridement, but nowhere in the note did it say anything about subcutaneous tissue. It was just like this odd nuance of AI that it just, I don't know. So why? Why are we still using AI? Well, think about it. The size of the US healthcare system, we're talking about millions of visits, procedures, and claims every single day. And our population is aging, our healthcare consumption is growing as we are getting sicker. And we need coders more than ever to expedite that process, to make sure claims are correct, to reduce denials, to keep facilities paid. Because even in my area, we had a facility recently that closed because it was having financial issues. People were showing up to the emergency room and didn't realize it and had to get redirected. There is far too much nuance in the US healthcare system, and we need it to be correct because we need to keep these healthcare systems and providers and hospitals paid and open. So AI is really helping with automating some of these simple, repetitive tasks, and that frees up coders to focus on some more of the complex cases, focus on research, on audits, and quality improvement tactics. I know AI is a big concern for people, especially if you are just making your career decisions. But a lot of things that people are saying AI is going to replace might not have been jobs that were available to begin with. In fact, some people that are using AI to replace a coder might have just had a practice manager or just had someone in the office or the providers just pick codes instead. So they may have never even planned to employ a coder. So think of it this way. There are a lot of people I know that do really, really amazing jobs with nails, and they can do these gorgeous, these detailed sets. I personally go out and get these $3 nail wraps from Lillian Fox, and everyone tells me that they love them and that they're great. I really don't have time to sit down and get my nails done, to have to drive somewhere, wait for them to dry. And I really don't want to pay for a professional set either because it's not a high priority for me. I would rather put that money into other things like facials. So my buying a $3 nail wrap doesn't really take away a job from a nail tech because I wasn't going to pay for that anyway. So some of the functions that AI might replace in coding may very well be things that they weren't going to hire a coder for anyway. So really the focus should be on doing things that will actually move your career forward, mastering ICD-10, CM, CPT, and HCPCS, because those simple lookup things, that's not what medical coding is going to be about. It's not going to be quite as simple of a job maybe as it had previously or maybe had been promoted previously. And then understanding compliance, understanding payer rules, building that real world experience. That's what employers are really looking for. They're not looking for someone who can recite a bunch of AI buzzwords. So will AI impact medical coding? Absolutely. It's going to impact almost everything, but not in the way fearmongers say. We have had automated coding software for, oh my God, 15 plus years, maybe 20. I've had people tell me your job's going to be gone in 3 months, 6 months, and that was like 3 years ago. So AI is definitely assisting coders, but it is not replacing them. We always need human eyes and human judgment to ensure that things are accurate, that they're ethical, and they are compliant. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on AI in the comments respectfully. I have a lot of stuff on my blocked words list, including some AI stuff that is often used in some rude comments. So it might send your comment into sort of a purgatory. So respectfully comment. And as always, I will see you in the next video. And until then, just keep on coding on.